I'm Joy, and you're watching the AU review.
You were just talking about you've been in Sydney for a few days now.
Yeah.
How's the city treating you? Are you missing home yet?
No, like I don't really miss home. I don't know. It's been pretty busy, so it's just like sleep deprived, but that's all right. It's good. It's cold.
Did you say it's cold?
Yeah.
Well, anything's cold compared to Brisbane.
Yeah, that's
except
true.
maybe unless you go further north.
Mm.
Let's talk about why you're in Sydney first of all. You're
Okay.
playing with TK.
Yeah.
And a completely sold out tour. So what have you got in store for these shows?
A lot of trap hands, probably. I don't know. I'm kind of working on a new set of stuff from the new EP, which I haven't actually fully written yet. So I'll probably be playing that stuff. And I don't know, just trying to make my set a little more interesting, a little different than what I've been doing until now. So I'll try it out. But yeah.
What is the live setup? Like, how does your music kind of work in the live space?
I used to have just endless amounts of gear on stage and was just running around like a headless chicken trying to press all these buttons. But now I've got I run my laptop into an APC and trigger tracks from there, and then I mix in between the songs to the next song, and I'm using like samples from each to like bring it into the next track.
Mm-hmm.
And then so it's all kind of timed with like stage banter and stuff. And then I've got keys, and sometimes I have like an electric guitar or something into a loop or a bass or whatever. I don't know, I just kind of make it up. Like, whatever.
It sounds complicated though.
It's not that hard. Like, I thought it looked hard at first, but it's not that hard. It's all good.
One day would you love to have a band around you?
Yeah, I played with a band at Laneway. It's just kind of like they all have jobs, and so I'm just like, hey, come play here, and they're like, oh, you just sit at home every day, so we have jobs, we can't come with you. So it's more of that type of thing. But yeah, I want to have like a whole band and like lights and stuff like that. So I want to have like, I don't even know, I want to bring like a drum line on, just like 100 people, just, I don't know.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, totally like pointless and irrelevant to my music, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Just like as you're walking on stage, there's this tribe of drummers.
Yep.
I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it happen.
Let's do it. The next your next tour. So you're doing these shows at TK, and a single new music video has been released at the same time.
Yeah.
So talk to me about Weather.
We did the video with Crux Media, who do all of the Saphir stuff. And we kind of just sent them the song, and they came back with this really like epic, intense idea, which I would never have even thought of. But we went to Canberra to film it, and it was like a one take, so it took us like 6 hours to get it right. And it's just me running through a house with my mum. And she's a hoarder, and it's super intense, and like everyone's like, wow, your acting's like, I didn't know you could act. I'm like, I wasn't acting, like my mum's actually just upset, and it was making me like upset. So I was like, oh, what? But anyway, yeah, it was heaps of fun. It's intense.
Does a production working on a music video in that sort of production sense, does that kind of give you ideas about, for this track I'd love to do something now? Do you kind of have those sort of ideas?
It's weird because I've never worked with a whole like film crew. Like we had it's 20 people on set, like a whole art department actually like making the setup and everything. So yeah, I didn't even think of that, but like now when I'm writing a song, you kind of think about the video clip and how it could tie in with that and how you'd want it done and all of that stuff. So I don't know.
So the world's your oyster in terms of the
oysters.
Of the cinematic the cinematic qualities of your music.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you already worked on some new material, but we only just got the last EP out not too long ago.
Yeah, well, it was like originally it was a full EP, and then I cut a lot of the stuff because it didn't.
All right.
Yeah, it was just like weird vibes. So I really want to put out another EP, like a full length one. But yeah, I'm kind of the person who's just like gets over the song that they just made and is like, let's put out a new one. But I don't know. I'm gonna try and get something out, but we have to time it and see how it goes. So
Of course. There's a strategy to all of it.
yeah.
What is your writing process? Is it? I mean, where does the music start? Does it start with a laptop? Does it start with a guitar, or is it different for every song?
I think it depends. Like, sometimes I'll be making a beat for a remix and then end up using the beat for an original or something. But I think each single I did something different. Like, the first one I was just recording for like a school project, so it just literally was just like write out the song structure and all that stuff. But I think Stone was different again. I just wrote like a piano lick and then I just put stuff on it. And then Weather, I actually just wrote the lyrics on a bus and found them in my phone. Like, my phone notes just have all these random lyrics and stuff. And then I did it like that and kind of worked backwards. But I guess it depends like what you're doing. I don't have like a set way of doing things. Maybe I do, but I don't know. That made no sense.
Well, you might be working towards.
Yeah.
You might be working towards.
Maybe.
That.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the start of all this as well. You know, how much has kind of Triple J Unearthed kind of pushed you along. You know, how important has that been in kind of getting you to where you are now?
It's been super important. Because the first song I put out, Captured, was just for like a school project, and we all just put them on Triple J Unearthed because I went to a music school with, what did I just say? So we all put them on Triple J Unearthed, and then mine ended up being picked up and was like played on radio and stuff, and a couple of other people's were. So it was super important, and then I won the Unearthed thing for Laneway, so like Unearthed is the best. Super good.
What was your Laneway experience like? You mentioned that you got to play with the band.
It was like, we rehearsed like the morning of, I think, and I was playing with Alf and Jacob from the Kairos, so it was mostly just improv, but it was awesome. I was kind of like peeking out behind the curtain because I was the first on to see how many people were there, and like I could just see like friends from school. I was like sick. And then when I walked out, I was wearing like this massive hat and I couldn't see, and then I looked up and like the whole tent was full and it was like 11 in the morning. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, it was super fun. Like, I think that's the only show that something hasn't gone wrong because I'm like playing with a band and like I didn't forget to trigger anything because they're playing it, so I was like, yes. But it was super fun. It was awesome, and we met so many cool people. So.
And did you get to see St. Vincent?
No, I missed it. I was like, yeah.
Next time. And what is next for you? Touring wise and music wise, what's kind of the rest the next few months holding for you?
We're doing a lot of touring. Some of them aren't announced yet, but there's a couple of tours. Just writing a lot of stuff. Probably just gonna eat a lot of food and sit in my room, but we'll see how that goes. That's pretty much it.
Does food inspire you to write great music?
I actually think it like changes your mood. Like, if you're hungry, you write an angry song. Like, I will just write like a really disgusting EDM thing. But then if you're like just happy because you've eaten, you're just like neutral and you're all good. And yeah.
So do you think Skrillex is just hungry all the time?
Probably. And tired. Like, he doesn't sleep that much, does he? He sleeps like 3 hours. I don't know. I can't do that. Yeah.
That's funny. I wonder if there is like metalheads. I wonder if there's a, there's a
maybe. Or maybe it's just me who has like a personality problem with food. I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I really appreciate your time. Wish you all the best, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.